All right. This is a video response to Ziploc Story's Marvel Cinematic Universe. Let's go off the bat and say he's right. Marvel villains are very bad and very forgetful. Um, I have to say some of the movies. I mean, the guys who directed it, I do give them props because sometimes they have to go. Sometimes make the villain more badass, or sometimes have to change the villain's origins to make it more relatable to the characters. Because the villains sometimes are not relatable at all. DC has that over Marvel, where DC villains you want to cheer for them. I know majority of people said they prefer, the Joker in the Dark Knight to win over Batman over Christian Bale's Batman. I was like, wow, really? They just like that character that much. He was so crazy and out there, and he's relatable. He's very relatable to some real life person in the world. And I was like, yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Um, but yeah, okay. Pretty much this video response, Zip is going to do the same thing. Is pretty much what happened with the Iron Man 3 with the Mandarin. Look, I get now what he did, what Guy Pearce's character did with the Mandarin was genius. I'll give it that, genius. Even though I don't like what they did with the Mandarin character, I think what his plan was genius. Even though his motivation was shitty as hell, his plan was genius. But I do agree. I do agree that Mandarin, it should have been reversed. It should have been Mandarin using Guy Pearce as that plan. To me, it just the way the Mandarin came off in the movie, he came off badass. If you start watching the movie from start to finish, you say to yourself, "Wow, missed opportunities, missed opportunities, missed opportunities." Because the Mandarin came off as a villain that Marvel finally did right. Because the way Mandarin came off, he came off as a badass. He killed a guy on national television. You thought to yourself, the shit's about to get real. And then the reveal happened. The reveal is what to me dragged the movie down for me. Some people enjoyed it. I didn't. Like I said, I didn't like it. I remember I was in the theater and the guy behind me, he was a huge Iron Man fan. Had a shirt that says "I love Iron Man." I don't know where he got it from. Looks like he got it from eBay because I can't find that shit in the store. But not like I'm gonna buy it or anything. But yeah, he's an Iron Man fan. I said, "Oh, so you know about Mandarin?" I said, "Yeah, I knew him from the '90s animated series." I was like, "Oh shit!" I said, "You know you ain't getting that." He said, "I know, but the Mandarin looks badass. They gonna fuck him up." I know that people would, I said, "You heard what they said about Mandarin, right?" I said, "Yeah, don't worry about it. I know I heard, but I said, it don't matter. I know they can't fuck a Mandarin that badly." Boy, when the Mandarin was revealed, all I could hear in the back, he was cursing. Bullshit. Fuck this shit. Fuck this movie. And he walked out. He cursed and walked the fuck out. Look, I would have done the same thing as a fan. You see one of the iconic characters like that, and they joke on him. Like I joke on him. It's gonna be sad when they do a reboot and they try to do this character again, take him seriously, and nobody takes him seriously. Shane Black and Drew Pearce really fucked that up. They really did. They want to do something different, but they gotta be careful with that. Overall, yeah, I see what he's talking about in the X-Men films too. In the X-Men films, yeah, I'm going everywhere with this video. In the X-Men films, I did like Magneto, but they did use him a lot. Now, in the first one, they did him okay. Introduced the character. All right. Second one, used the character to help the X-Men against, William Stryker. I like that. Third one, you know what happened in the third one. Clusterfuck. Yeah, you know what the fuck they were doing. Just too many characters, just a clusterfuck. They didn't know what to do. That's what they should have had Apocalypse with a Phoenix. That's what I'm saying. But I know Brian Singer had a script out, and he was telling me he was going to do this and going to do that. It didn't look as good, but it looked better than what we were going to get it. I don't call it X-Men Last Stand. I call it X-Men Clusterfuck. That's what it is. Spider-Man 3. Spider-Man 3. Well, I call it Shit 3. That's what I call it. Same with that one. Just clusterfuck. It was just all these, and the villains in there were not good. They made Venom look like a bitch. They made Sandman whiny. I gotta do this for my daughter. Change the origins. I'm like, ugh. Number two, Dr. Octopus, I like that. I liked his character. And everybody, the reason they like Dr. Octopus, it's not because his character was, they like his character, but they love the fight scenes. The fight scenes between him and Spider-Man are still today one of the most memorable fight scenes in a superhero film ever. I love The Dark Knight, but it cannot go toe to toe with their fight scenes. I love Watchmen. I love Watchmen, and their fight scenes are a little bit close, but not close enough. I still love the fight scenes between that. And then when they made the 2.1 or 2.0 version, it was longer. I fell in love with that movie. That movie itself was a good movie, and Dr. Octopus as a character was very interesting. Now, Green Goblin, we all hated that film. And then, like I said, the third one, that's a whole nother topic for another video. But yeah, Marvel needs better villains. Now, I want to touch on Sabretooth. Now, if you see in my picture, Sabretooth 1 and Sabretooth 19. I like Sabretooth and X-Men Origins a hell of a lot more than X-Men 1, even though in 1, because he just growled like a lion in number 1. And in X-Men Origins, they gave him a personality, and they gave him a mind and a little bit more smart. And people were like, so this is Sabretooth years before 1. So what happened? He got dumber over the years? Because it was kind of funny. But overall, I did like Sabretooth and Origins. That's the only thing I could give for that movie. Everything else was shit. And William Stryker. But overall, I agree with Zip. Marvel need to work on their villains. Make their villains more memorable. Make them like Heath Ledger's Joker. You know, so people can say for months and years of ads, are you serious? To this day, people still say that. Are you serious? Are you serious? Well, I mean, not are you serious, but why so serious? I'm sorry. This video's going fast. Oh, my bad. Why so serious? You know, something like that, because DC has memorable villains where Marvel does not. They need to work on that. But overall, I do agree. We need better villains. We need better scripts for Iron Man 3, because Iron Man 3 was shit. Overall, this is my video response to Ziploc Stories Marvel Cinematic Universe villains.